with auto ship. And for today only, almost $20 off. By the way, almost $55 off of a retail price. What we're getting is a 12-cent load of laundry. 12 cents. That's really it. Because if I have a dime and 2 pennies, and now I'm able to do a full load of laundry with that amount, that is an unheard of price. You've seen how much the prices of everything are going up at the grocery store. You've seen how heavy and cumbersome those jugs of detergents are. For 12 cents, what am I getting? I would think maybe it's just like a bar of soap and that's it. For a 12-cent load of laundry, you're going to get the Unreal Clean. I love this whole hour. It's all like Unreal Cleans that are happening and right before your eyes ways. Now, when we have our today's shipping and handling all taken care of, that's when we've really kind of taken this over the edge. Because to have this price, you can find, you know, the $55 off is great. Our price is usually great, but it's $20 more. Usually we're charging you around $7.50 on shipping and handling. Today, that's totally free. So just a little bit of a hint, if you do lock in the auto ship, which we still have some available, your shipping and handling will always be free. If you go auto ship on a day that it's free shipping, we lock in that free shipping and handling. So I don't know who made that choice. It definitely doesn't benefit the company that much, but take advantage of that hack. We have Terry Toner here with us.
Hi, Natasha.
Terry,
nice to see you.
You brought baby onesies?
I brought baby clothes.
Oh, I see this and you're giving me fever. Okay, so show me what we're usually used to versus what we're getting with Nellie's.
So this is Nellie's. If you are new to Nellie's, or you've been a fan of Nellie's for the last 15 years here at HSN, we have been, for the last decade and a half, the #1 laundry product. We've done over 300 million loads of laundry, you and I together, with Nellie's. So I know there's lots of fans that are happy to see this as a today's special, the first one since 2023. But if you're new to us, let me tell you about Nellie's. It is different. It is a laundry soda. It is free of phosphates, of fillers, of bleach, borax. It's gluten-free. It's high-efficiency machine certified, septic system safe, biodegradable, fragrance-free. It's all good, no bad. You know what this is? A big old cup of bad. This is the classic laundry detergent that we all grew up using. Whether it's the scoop of powder or the cup of liquid, you know, it's a lot, and it's basically a lot of chemicals that you can't pronounce. We are a clean product. We completely dissolve, we completely rinse out. I'm gonna show you how it works, and we get your clothes clean. So, my 2 big bowls of water here. Into the water our scoops go. And yes, you only need that 1 tablespoon of Nellie's for the average size load of laundry.
That's wild, just that in itself.
Yeah, that it's 1 tablespoon.
I mean,
That's
we
it.
don't think about that. We're used to the giant scoopers. That just alone, how little does the same job, is very impressive to me, Terry.
A little bit goes a long ways. I mean, it's heavier, it's denser, it's more concentrated. And the reason for that is because it doesn't have all the fillers. It doesn't have the synthetic fragrances and all the crazy chemicals that you have no idea what they do and you can't pronounce them. Basically, detergent manufacturers are chemical companies. They're petrochemical companies. They're in the business of selling chemicals. So they load it all up in there, and they're not legally even required to list all of the ingredients. You read the side or the ingredients on your detergent, you're like, what is all this stuff? It's a lot of junk is what it is. What's going to happen here is these are going to settle down, and you're going to see this jar, and it's like even happening right now since I mixed it, is going to go absolutely crystal clear. What does that mean for you in your laundry? It means that it's not going to leave a bunch of junk undissolved in your machine, in the mechanics of your machine, in the detergent dispenser drawer, or on your clothes. We've all pulled clothes out of the wash and it's like, what is all over my clothes? I better add another rinse cycle because you've got like undissolved detergent or half dissolved gooey pod gunk or, you know, whatever.
I've found that gunk before.
Yeah, it's gross, right?
You know what I'm seeing, Terry, is the little bit of the rainbow reflection off of these bubbles. And I learned this with beauty here when, you know, I wasn't the expert in understanding the chemicals of it all, but if you see a rainbow reflection on a bubble, that's that petrochemical.
That's oil, my friends.
And they say that if you see it in your soap or your face wash, it's not great. So they always say that the lathery foam is better.
Right.
We don't even think about that with our clothes.
No, there's no rainbow grease on top.
That's beautiful.
I want you to take a look. Here, stick my hand right in front of the camera. I want you to take a look at the jeans that I have here in front of me. Purchased at the same time, washed the same amount of times.
No way.
These are Nellie's jeans. These are detergent jeans. Detergents are actually designed to deposit chemicals into your clothes. Those chemicals actually wear your clothes down. They abrade. You can see the seams are all puckered. Those black jeans are faded to gray. So now these are, you know, in the yard gardening jeans. Our Nellie's jeans still look great. You're going to go out Friday night and wear those black jeans. So if you want gray jeans, buy gray jeans. But if you bought black jeans, you'd prefer probably that they stay black jeans. That's the Nellie's difference. So even as we've been chatting, this bowl of water, this jar of water is getting more and more and more clear. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the rinse, and then we'll come back and visit this. But you can see it's happening right here in real life time. So I have 2 more bowls of clean water. This is going to show you how we rinse out. So we completely dissolve and we completely rinse out. And I mentioned earlier that detergents are actually designed to deposit chemicals into your clothes. And you think, well, what does that mean? I'm going to show you right now. So those little baby t-shirts, easy girl.
I just saw it and it made me feel warm.
Those baby t-shirts have already been washed and dried.
Oh,
so this is like,
isn't that cute? Okay, sorry.
This is the re-rinse cycle that we're doing. And what you're seeing come out of these t-shirts is residue. Well, at least you're seeing it come out of one of the t-shirts. So let me give these a quick squeeze. Let's compare the water, you guys. Side by side. This is the detergent water. Like I said, they're actually engineered to deposit chemical residue in your clothes. Things like optical brighteners, which sounds like something cool. What is an optical brightener? It's a chemical that reflects light. It doesn't do anything to clean your clothes. What it does is hide the dirt. It's like a little razzle-dazzle sparkle, and it obfuscates the dirt, literally. It's like a cloaking device for dirt.
That is ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy?
And then we're wearing it, we're putting it on our kids, we're sleeping on it.
You got it. Your skin, the largest organ of your body. If you've got chemical residue in your clothes, it's in your underwear, it's in your sheets, it's in your towels, it's in the kids' soccer uniforms, and your body is soaking that up. And you think about that, well, you know, you go to the dermatologist and the first thing they ask you is, well, did you switch laundry detergent? Are you using fabric softener? Because those are very common irritants and allergens. On the jeans here, I'm going to show you exactly what those wacky optical brighteners do. You can see them fluorescing. Yeah, you can see them fluorescing, those little sparkles and swirls and squiggles. That is chemical residue on your clothes. Look at that. And that's what detergent does. Now, the more you use Nellie's, the more the Nellie's is going to break down that old residue on your clothes, and your clothes are going to get softer, they're going to look better, your whites are going to get whiter, your brights are going to get brighter, because Nellie's absolutely will break down that residue. Remember where we started here with our 2 big jars?
Look at that.
Look at the difference, you guys. I mean, when I say it dissolves crystal clear, you can see right through you can see my manicure. Look at that. I got my nails done just for you guys for the Today Special.
It's very pretty.
Absolutely crystal clear. Now, I'm going to pick this one up, you guys. If you get a shot of the bottom of this jar, when I pick this up, look at the sludge bomb. Ooh.
And that's why people are constantly having to use the pods to clean out their washing machine.
Because that residue gets not only all over your clothes, but in the works of your machine as well.
You do not want to be left with a washing machine on the fritz, and this is a way that you can obviously avoid that. I want to show you what you're getting here. This is a giant tub, right? This is not the smaller amount. It's really a extra large 500 load bucket. But remember, for a load, you're just going to be using a tablespoon.
That's right.
Don't get tempted to use the big one just because you're so used to it. Remember, a tablespoon will do you. That's all you need. You're also getting 2 pouches of what's called the Oxygen Brightener bags. This is 30 total loads. The value that we're looking at here, you're about to see on your screen. When you break these down, the amount that we're saving, oh my goodness, well over $100. Well, $114.49 is our retail value on this. Let's knock off $55. Then let's say break it into thirds. $20.66 gets all of it home. Not $20.66 plus shipping and handling. That's taken care of. $20.66 will get all of this shipped to you right away. Now remember, when it comes to next month and the next month, you're going back to the store and you're getting more, and you're going back and you're getting more. But how long is 500 loads going to last you? If you're doing a load a day, which, I mean, that's excessive, but there are people that do it, you got a year and a half.
That's right.
Before you're ever going back to grab it again. If you're like me and you're maybe doing 2 or 3 a week, now you're looking at over 2 years.
Yeah, the average family of 4 does about 300 loads a year. Now me, I feel like I do that a month, especially now. I just recently adopted a 7-year-old rescue German Shepherd.
Oh.
She's absolutely wonderful, but we didn't know when we adopted her that she's incontinent. So, and it's not that she pees in the house on purpose. She's sound asleep and wakes up in a puddle. She doesn't even know that she does it. So now I've got these, you know, pee-pee blankets all over the couches and all over the dog beds and all of that. So this is where the oxygen brightener comes in handy for the really tough stuff, the really tough stains, the super jobs like, you know, a 90-pound German Shepherd puddle of pee on a couch blanket.
Oh,
that kind of. So I've got iodine here. I've got a cloth diaper between these 2 dishes, and I'm going to show you how the oxygen brightener works. So here's the iodine on one side. Here's the iodine on the other side. And here's some in a jar just for funsies. So I'm just going to make that water really, really dirty. This is laundry detergent. I'm going to pop it into one side of my cocktail shaker, little laundry cocktails. And that's the Nellies. We're going to shake these up, and I'm going to show you how oxygen brightener will work on your laundry. By the way, you can even mix this up and put it in a spray bottle and use it as a household cleaner. So there's detergent side. And here is the Nellie's oxygen brightener side. Let me shake this guy up and pour that on top. And I even gave the detergent like a head start. And so you can see what's happening here. Here, you need some more. You need help there.
It's just a chunky, gooey additional mess.
Well, wait till you see what goes on. So the detergent side, look at this, you guys.
Oh my gosh, it's just spreading the stain.
It's spreading the stain, which also means that if you're using detergents and your clothes are really dirty, you're just washing your clothes in dirty water.
I've never seen this demo before, Terry. This is crazy,
right?
You're just spreading the stain around and letting it mix with all the other clothes. And when it comes out, you ever seen something that wasn't a certain color when it went into the washer, and when it came out, it was a new color, and it wasn't even the dirty item? This is why.
Yeah. I mean, literally, the dirt is just going everywhere. The Nellie side, the stain is almost completely gone. And you think about the agitation part of your laundry cycle. It's probably 10 or 15 minutes. This is, you know, we've been here, what, 60 seconds or so, and the stain is almost completely gone.
That's incredible.
Yeah, look at that. Now, what I'm going to do, because nobody wants to look at that, right? I'm just going to flip this over here and let our Nellies finish the job on that gross stain that was never going to come out with the laundry. Oh, and by the way, my dirty jar of water, check this out. Now don't blink, don't look away or you're going to miss it, you guys. I'm going to throw in a little oxygen brightener. See it?
It's not even a full tablespoon.
No, I just threw a little bit in there.
What
Yeah.
in the world?
Boom.
You're
Look
like
at that.
Walter White over here. I don't know what is happening with the chemistry.
Well, it's all chemistry, but that's what oxygen brightener does for you. So again, you're getting 30 loads of it, 15 in each pouch, so when you open it, it's always nice and fresh. And it's going to get the really tough, really gross stains. You know, like literally cloth diaper stains and organic stains and, you know, the big dog pee-pee stains and blankets and bedding and all of that kind of stuff. It works. And it does a great job. It really works well. You can see that.
And what she's using right now, you're getting 2 bags of that, totally added on, no additional charge. That is coming with your order of the Today Special. I think we have close to 6,000 or now over 6,000 of these sold. Remember, this is the bucket that will be coming. It does have a handle. You will be able to bring this into your home, set it, and say, I don't know, what am I doing summer of 2026?
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what you're doing. You're buying your next amount of laundry soap.
Exactly.
That's when you think about it again in my home. At the very, very most, it would maybe be a year from now. But Maybe you know that you do a lot of laundry, or maybe you don't want to have to pay the shipping and handling next time, or pay that $115 next time. This is where the auto ship comes into play. If you do lock in the auto ship, don't worry. You may find that this is lasting you longer than you expected. You can always go back and adjust it and say, I don't need it every 6 months. I want it every 12 months. You can totally do that. There's no charge to change when you have that auto ship delivered to you. If you find that it's lasting you longer, a lot of people do, they'll just go into their auto ship and say, on second thought, make it every 12 months. Then, 12 months from now or 9 months from now, whatever works for you and your family, you're going to get this delivered at the same price. The $55 will be knocked off again. The shipping and handling will be knocked off again, and you will get the same locked-in deal. That's why so many people love our auto ship options here. You kind of get to sneak in with the same password and the same price again and again, and always adjust how often or how little you'd like it to be delivered. But if you do decide to just do that single shipment, I want you to remember you're getting 500 loads. That's a dime and 2 pennies per load. But most of all, you're getting the peace of mind to know that you're not making your clothes dirtier just by washing them and adding in the chemicals and the optical brighteners. You're really getting the peace of mind that usually comes with around $40 to $50 per bottle of that baby detergent where they say, don't worry, we made this one safe. Well, that's about 7 times the cost per load of laundry if you're trying to get that super peace of mind. Now you get the peace of mind with that massive deal price and not having to think about it for a year. That's worth so much to me,
It
Terry.
really is. And to get that free shipping and handling, because not for nothing, that's a pretty heavy tub. It's expensive to ship, and I mean, we live in inflationary times, so the cost of everything is going up, including shipping, so lock it in with that auto ship. Here we are at the infamous laundry scales of justice. And we're going to compare weight for weight, measure for measure. So what do I have here? I've got laundry detergent. Oh, look, it's blue. Let me tell you, even if you buy the free and clear detergent, it's still the same chemicals, even if it doesn't have the, the weird dye or the artificial fragrance. So I'm going to pop that into one side of my scales. I do feel like Walter White here.
I wasn't going to say it on this one. Now you've taken it too far with the blue stuff.
I know. And then a tablespoon of the Nellies on the other side. And you can see measure for measure, scoop for scoop, tablespoon for tablespoon, literally measure for measure.
Wow.
How much heavier and denser and more concentrated Nellies is. Why? Because again, we don't have the fillers, we don't have the flowing agents, the phosphates, the chlorines, the bleach, the borax, the artificial fragrances, the weird chemicals that you can't pronounce. It is sodium carbonate, which preconditions your water. Whether you live in the city and you've got chlorine-y water, or if you live in the country and you have maybe well water that's very minerally, that sodium carbonate preconditions the water. That allows our remaining coconut oil-based surfactants to do the amazing job that they do. We start out with better water. Better water quality means your clothes are going to be cleaner. And I can promise you this, absolutely, without hesitation. I have been the Nellie's rep for the last 15 years. I've been here at HSN for 34 years. Every load that you do, even if it's old clothes, old t-shirts, old whatever it is, the more times you wash them in Nellie's, the cleaner they will get because they're going to break down that old detergent deposit.
I love that.
Yeah, everything gets cleaner.
You're adding the value to your items. We only had 1 minute left, but can you mention our baby lambs here? No one does laundry balls like Nellie's. All of you love them. You're getting them home for $2 and change each on Flex because it's a 3-pack.